Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you dating a single mother? Well, you may already know this, but dating a single mum is an entirely different ballgame. I mean, this is easy to understand. After all, what appeals to a single mum differs from, say, an 18-year-old looking to make a mark on the universe. So, why is understanding how to date a single mum is important? Well, it's because conventional dating knowledge no longer applies. Indeed, single mum dating is fraught with landmines. If you treat a single mum like a girl you picked up at the bar, you're going to fail, believe me. But don't worry, because I've got your back. In this video, I'm going to share with you a very special method which works especially well on single mums. I call this method the E&E Technique. What's E&E? Well, you're going to find out soon, so keep watching this video. Here's a teaser, just to make things a little more fun. E&E stands for elicit and exploit. It's about finding a weak point in the mind and then exploiting it. Okay, I know eliciting and exploiting can sound quite evil or immoral, but hear me out. Keep watching until the end, and you'll understand everything. I guarantee you it's nothing like you've ever seen before anywhere, trust me. If you do a quick Google search about how to date a single mum, you'll find lots of stuff, but most of the things you find are useless, or worse, downright dangerous. For example, here's what those relationship gurus teach about dating single mums. Understand that her kids come first. Show you're not only a good lover, but a good father. Don't get involved in any drama. These are dangerous advice which will lead you directly to relationship hell. It's no joke at all. So, let's debunk the bullshit advice about dating single mums. Number 1. Understand her kids come first. Well, to many mums, their children will come first, and there's no doubt about that. But let's be real here. Most of the time, it's not the either-or thing at all. In most situations, she's not forced to choose between you and her kids. And here's one thing that you should know about women, and this applies to all women, not only single mums. If a woman likes you, she'll go to great lengths for you. The opposite is also true. If she doesn't like you, she'll find excuses just to stay away from you. And it's easier for her to do this if she's a single mum. She could use her kid as the excuse. So, if a single mum turned you down for a date because she had to attend her daughter's violin recital, it only means one thing. She's not into you at all. It's not about understanding that her kids come first. If she really likes you, she will bend over backwards to make things happen between you and her. So, I want you to watch out for the kid excuse she may use to keep a distance from you. After all, it's her trump card of sorts. She can use it to push you away while keeping you hanging. Well, you know the sort of mind games that women like to play. Of course, Shogun method fixes this and will make her silly excuses evaporate like mist in sunshine. More about Shogun method later, but for now, let's move on to the second myth about dating single mums. Show you're not only a good lover, but also a good father. This is 100% bullshit, and I'll tell you why. When you date a single mum, you must first be aware of why she's dating you. Does she want a partner, or does she want a provider? This is super important, and so I want you to pay attention to what I am going to say next. I want you to know that many single moms are out there looking for guys to pay the bills for them. You may think that she's in love with you, but who knows what she really thinks. If she tells you she's also looking for a good father for her daughter, then beware. She wants a provider, not a partner. I've heard too many stories of guys getting strung along by single mums, only to get dumped when they ran out of money. Sad, but true. So, here's a question for you. If you're dating a single mum, or thinking of dating a single mum, would you want her to see you as a life partner or provider? Take some time and think over this carefully, because it'll save you from a lot of grief. Now moving on to the third myth. Don't get involved in any drama. Well, single mums have more drama in their lives than regular women, and there's a good reason for this. There is usually conflict with some other guy, especially with an ex or co-parent. The conventional advice is to be supportive of her, but stay out of it. Well, I gotta admit that it makes sense somewhat. After all, dealing with your woman's ex-husband is an enormous waste of time and energy. Why give a fuck about an ex? At the same time, understand the importance of drama in a woman's life. Simply put, women cannot survive without a certain amount of conflicts in her life. It's weird, but it's true. So, if you stay away from the drama, then guess what? She will get her source of drama from her ex-husband, which means she'll never quit him. Women get addicted to emotional drama, and we all know this is true. You should, therefore, use the opportunity to introduce even more drama in her life, so that she becomes emotionally addicted to you instead. This is where it gets even more interesting, so pay attention. I'll teach you a way to exploit the drama in her life to your advantage, so that she will never be able to quit you. And when you've done this, you'll see all her petty excuses and shit tests go away instantly. No more, "Sorry, I need to fetch my son for his soccer practice," bullshit excuses. No more, "Will you love my daughter like a father would?" bullshit questions. You certainly would want that, I'm sure. Well, you're going to learn all that in the E&E technique, which I'm going to show you next. But before that, there's something else I want you to do. If you're not a subscriber yet to my YouTube channel, be one. Look for the red subscribe button and click it. And then, a bell icon will appear next to it. Click that also, because you want my new videos in your feed as soon as I publish them. Okay, so let's recap what we have covered so far. 1. If a single mum likes you, she will bend over backwards for you. If she uses her kid as an excuse, it means she's not that into you. 2. If a single mum likes you, it doesn't matter if you'll be a good father to her kids. 3. You should get involved with the drama in her life, because it gives you the opportunity to make her emotionally addicted to you. Now, the question is this: how do you give her the emotional drama that will make her addicted to you? I teach this in full inside the Shogun Method course at shogunmethod.com, but here's the overview. The E&E technique comes in 2 steps. Step 1 is what we call elicitation, or the first E. Now, don't let the phrase scare you. What elicitation means is simply finding out what's important to her. Let's say she is still somewhat entangled with her ex-partner, the father of her kids. He could be a source of emotional drama for her, and you must involve yourself in the drama. Ask her this question: what's the one thing that you want in a man? Let's say she says loyalty. Then, ask her to describe what she means. She could, for example, say, "I want a man who is loyal, someone who can be my partner forever, someone who I can trust with my life, a man who wouldn't cheat on me." In Shogun Method, we call this value elicitation. Knowing a value or emotion that is important to a woman is useful. The reason is simple. It's because the way to a woman's heart is to know her values. Every woman is different, and you must find her unique weakness, her Achilles heel, if you will. And as anyone who knows Shogun Method will tell you, her values can be her ultimate weakness. Because once you know the weakness, you can then exploit it to your advantage. And that's what the second E in the E&E technique is: to exploit. You now have 2 pieces of important information about her from the Elicit stage. 1, she is still embroiled with her ex-husband. And 2, she places loyalty above everything else in a relationship. Remember that you wish to get yourself involved in the emotional drama in her life. You can do this by inserting yourself into her affairs by asking her about her ex. Let's assume his ex's name is Dickie. Ask her, "What do you dislike most about Dickie?" And I can guarantee you this: you'll find that every complaint about Dickie would narrow down to one thing: Dickie's disloyalty. Now you have something you can use to trigger emotional drama in her life whenever you want. For example, you can link anything to Dickie's disloyalty. Let's say you're watching Netflix with her, and there's a scene in the movie where there's someone who cheats on his woman. Trigger her by saying something like, "Wow, that sounds just like our old friend Dickie." Or, "God, I hate cheaters." Or, "That's a dick move." Now that's just the first half of the process. The second half is to make her think that you're the opposite of what she dislikes. In this example, you want to imply that you're a loyal partner, the ideal man in her mind. For example, say to her, "I can't stand cheaters. Why can't guys be loyal to their women?" See that you're implying that you're a loyal guy who'd never cheat on your woman. This is far more effective than saying it outright like, "Believe me, I'm not like Dickie. I'm a really loyal person." Again, if Dickie is her source of grief, then you must be her source of comfort. Now here's the thing. You can only be her source of comfort if there's something else which is troubling her. So, you must trigger her emotional drama from time to time, so she can run to you for safety and assurance. I know this may sound sneaky, or maybe even unethical. So, I leave it to your judgment on where to draw the line. But remember that everything's fair in love and war. If you're not using this tactic, I'm sure Dickie would. Trust me on this. Now, if you play your cards right, then over time, the emotional addiction to you will kick in. She will become needier and more desperate than you, and you might even get sick of her sometimes. This is natural. At the same time, though, I gotta warn you. Emotional addiction is usually irreversible. Once done, it's done. So, I'd ask you to only use this on a woman whom you really care about. In Shogun method, we push it to as far as emotional enslavement, but it's not necessary sometimes. Because if you're looking for a short-term fling with a single mum, for example, this is an overkill. You don't want a needy single mum stalking you, believe me. It's no fun at all. In fact, Shogun method is not for those who are looking for short-term relationships. You don't need something as powerful as Shogun method for picking up women. That's like bringing a grenade launcher to a stick fight. Ridiculous and stupid. However, if you're really in love with this single mum, and you know she will be happy with you, then yes, you should definitely use Shogun method on her. Now here's the thing. The E&E technique I taught you, I've based it on a Shogun method strategy known as fractionation. When you fractionate a woman, you make her go through a cycle of emotional highs and lows. Remember that a woman needs her fill of emotional drama every day. Once you become the provider of drama to her, she will be emotionally addicted to you. If anything, fractionation works even better on single mums. It's because single mums have more emotional baggage than, say, a girl in her 20s. The more emotional baggage a woman has, the more effective fractionation is on her. So, if you are dating a single mum, here's what I recommend, what to do next. First, use the E&E technique that I have already shared with you. I can guarantee that you will see some surprising results right off the bat. And then, go ahead and use fractionation on her. It's fast, it's easy, and it's deadly effective. To learn how to fractionate a woman, sign up for the Shogun Method online masterclass. It will show you how to use fractionation on your woman to make her emotionally addicted to you in 2 steps. If you're going to learn fractionation, it's best to learn it from us Shoguns. In the comment section below, you'll find a link to fractionation.org. Click on it, and you'll go to the registration page for the online masterclass. Fill the form, and if you qualify, you'll get an official invitation from my team emailed to you. However, if the link goes to a dead page, it means that the masterclass is offline. Don't be surprised because the enrollment to the masterclass is sometimes closed. Sign up for the Shogun Method online masterclass while you still can. Click the link or go directly to fractionation.org. Join us in the Shogun Method revolution today.